Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Inept General, and welcome to this exhibition match for the Queen and the Crone DLC. We're just going through the Dark Elf army here. This is the opposition. We saw an assassin there. We've got some executioners. We're moving back to the Sisters of Slaughter, the new unit with this DLC. Gladiators, female gladiator guild that are called into battle. This is the special unit of spears, dread spears for the Regiment of Renown for the Dark Elves. Looking nice. I like that purple motif. Some more executioners over here. More Sisters of Slaughter looking lovely. No need for armor here. Here are the Regiment of Renowned Witch Elves, looking... these aren't my favorite regiment around that red color motif. Not my favorite go-to. We've got some bows, some crossbowmen. These are the Doom Warlocks, the Doomfire Warlocks here. Magic users of men. This is the Dark Riders on the Pegasus, a really cool looking unit. Very handy for harassing and haranguing. Going back down the line, we're going sort of over to the other side. Some more Sisters of Slaughter. Try to make this a very kind of themed Cainite one. And Cain being the god who Hellebron worships. Those are the Regiment of Renowned Executioners. This beautiful Regiment of Renowned Hydra with the frost to slow down units around it. Just gorgeous. Look at that and that colouring. And that will slow down units. It will be much harder to get away from that Hydra. Another unit of Doomfire Warlocks here. As I said, the male magic users that Malekith, the king of the Dark Elves, is afraid of, and so messes them up. But they have 2 bound spells. And we're going over to my army now. We're looking at the Steppes of Isha, lovely map. And we're going over to the High Elves, who I'll be playing as. And we have Allarielle on her eagle. Something weird's going on with her hair. I can't see her face. It's at a weird angle. Messing around, try and find her. She's in there somewhere. Anyway, going down, the Regiment of Renown unit for the White Lions, the Pure Mains. Down here, looking lovely. I like this with a little red on top. Treemen, of course, because Allarielle can have Treemen, Dryads, and Treekin in her army. So we thought, why not? There's a bolt thrower there. There's the Star Dragon up at top, looking great. Moving further along, we have a unit of swordsmen, swordmasters. Just regular, not the Regiment of Renown one. We have some Sisters of Avalon, of course, because she is the Ever Queen. And this is a special unit one of the sort of greener hue to their bows. Great looking unit there. And again, 4 units in all of the Sisters of Avalon. Now over here is the Regiment of Renown Phoenix Guard. They are, again, not one of my favorite. I'm not a fan of the blue and brown. Not my favorite color scheme, but still looking good. Something to be dreaded. We have the Handmaiden here, the new hero unit for the High Elf army, looking lovely on her horse with spear and bow. These are the Regiment of Renowned Spearmen, charge defense against all. I like the design on the shields there to represent their sort of link to the water, because that's the god they're devoted to, the elven god of the sea. And we have the Regiment of Renowned Shadow Stalkers here. Shadow Warriors, sorry. I always get that one mixed up. Shadow Warriors here. And because we've got Shadow Warriors and Shadow Walkers are the 2 that we've got in this new DLC pack. No Shadow Walkers on the field because we haven't gone Aleph Anar's faction, and he's the only one who can pick those. But we have our Shadow Warriors going up. Now, this is kind of a good demonstration of the sniping. Now, we are against AI here, guys. Spoiler, because I wanted it to be more of an exhibition so I could show stuff off rather than a competitive multiplayer match. Now, this is their ability to snipe, which is firing without being discovered. So now the AI would be a bit slow. Obviously, a human player would put this together pretty quickly that, hey, by the way, there's a unit right in front of you. You better chase after them or they'll shoot you to death. But these guys are none the wiser. Like, I don't see anything. Do you see anything? To be fair, that hill provides pretty good cover anyway. But just these arrows flying over the mound, hitting them. That guy has an arrow in his head. Unlucky chap. But the AI does clue on here. This was kind of a bit of a test for me as well to see if they would. But they take about 3 volleys, about a third, if not a half, of their life down now for this unit of crossbowmen. And the whole army is like, alright, let's go. And there's Hellebron on her beautiful chariot here, or shrine to Cain, just get ready to go, ready to cause some havoc. But she does maybe get a little bit of ahead of herself, along with the Warhammer Aurora Borealis up in the sky there. Here come the Dark Elves on the charge, executioners looking to make sacrifices to Cain in the most efficient way possible. The Hydra, now we have to keep an eye on this unit of Doomfire Warlocks. They cause me a bit of trouble later on. But over here, our unit that started all the trouble is trying to run away for dear life. They haven't been seen yet, bear in mind. They're just firing and running, and the AI knows there's something there, so they're just sort of trying to do as much damage as they can while making a clean escape. And their range is pretty impressive as well, compared to some other archer units. The fact they can fire 360 on the move, very cool unit, very handy in the right situations. Now, Allarielle came down and decided to just let down some magical havoc, slaughtering lots of those crossbowmen, going into these Sisters of Slaughter, sort of a reverse living up to their name by being slaughtered. And that continues on. Allarielle then kind of retreats off, as Hellebron gets a bit over-enthusiastic here and rushes the thing herself. Now here we see the Sisters of Avalon arrows going in. It's great. It's like little fireworks firing off. I do love this effect. It's like if Jubilee from the X-Men was actually half useful. That's kind of what's going on. These little fireworks popping off all over the place. The crossbow, she's just taking a lot of fire, and as you can see, her health already almost halfway down. Allarielle's still out there trying to cause chaos. She's casting Tempest on these flying Dark Riders over here, doing a lot of damage with that Tempest drop right there. And they struggle through, almost half dead there already. Our Sisters just causing all kinds of chaos. We're trying to focus down that Hydra as well, you see on the far side behind Hellebron. But these Witch Elves are not having a great time, do very badly against any kind of oncoming missile fire and just getting taken out there. Executioners coming in to replace them. The Regiment of Renown Witch Elves here running in on the flank against our Phoenix Guard. Not the best matchup, I'll say, but you know what, they'll do some damage. And they also have the armor-piercing Regiment of Renown crossbowmen that the Dark Elves have firing down on them. So they will get hurt, as well as these Warlocks coming in, the Doomfire Warlocks just causing chaos. Magic, that's one of their spells going off, doing a lot of damage there. I think to their unit as well, but doing a lot of damage, coming in with their magical attacks. It's not ideal, but you know what, the Phoenix Guard will probably be alright on that flank. On the other flank, we're in a bit more trouble. They managed to get around the back of us, get into our archers here a little bit, but we did turn around the unit of spears to try and take them out. Our Sisters of Avalon are just doing so much damage, and that Hydra didn't even make it. I think it did unleash one bout of flame, but then just absolutely folded. The front line holding, our spearmen are being taken out by these far superior infantry troops, but here we have not a lot of anti-large in this army, so we have the treemen coming in against all these executioners, and that's Hellebron exploding in the background there. She just got too far ahead of the army, got picked off by our archers, and then those are the fireworks going off, taking out more and more stuff around them. I think we actually missed this unit in the rundown. These are the Regiment of Renown Dragon Warriors, Dragon Riders, and they are just great look. I love the look of this unit with their fire. They're very similar to the original unit, but they have the fire as well. And here we have a very bad matchup. Witch Elves straight into our Sisters of Avalon. They're not going to do well there, so we're going to try and pull them out. But they do get kind of caught, and we do have our white lines coming in to pick up the slack. Treeman doing a lot of damage in there, looking great in the background. As we go and look over here, we sent our Starter Dragon in to chase down some of their archers. Got caught up by a unit of Witch Elves, but was making swift work of them, and not a lot of damage has been done to him. Drawing a lot of missile fire, which is actually fine. We can leave him to do that for a little while. Now on the other side, we've actually cleaned up on the right flank. We're sweeping across, and that kind of just does it for them. With Hellebron dead, they don't have a lot of leadership left. They do have an assassin somewhere on the field, but he kind of ran off, didn't make much use of himself. And that's really about it for the battle. We're going to get some lovely visuals of some of these new units. Those are those Shadow Warriors just coming in, trying to sweep up, help clean up these evil, evil Dark Elves as they run, scared for the hills, just being taken out by the fire from the Sisters of Avalon, and just looking great while they're doing it. And here come the flaming cavalry of the High Elves, just sweeping up everything that's left behind, having a whale of a time doing it, burning them with their flaming lances, while taking a lot of fire from the Sisters there. But yeah, I like the fun Jubilee girls there, having a great time. Are these guys going to make it untouched? No, maybe. Moving along. These cavalry still just chasing down as much as they can. Just to give you some visuals, guys, of how good some of these regiments are. As I said, I'm not 100% sold on some of the color schemes for the new regiments from now. I particularly like the purple of the Dread Spears. But that's about it, guys. As we bring this battle to a close, surveying the battlefield for the last time, let's have a look at the victorious Everqueen. Hair still in the face a bit, but let's go to the battle results screen. Now, as we can see, guys, the Everqueen, that one banishment really bloody kicked ass. The Sisters of Avalon also taking huge amounts of casualties off the Dark Elves there. No one else did a huge amount of work. The White Lions and the Swordmasters doing pretty okay. The Cavalry cleaning up a bit at the end, getting pretty high, but I think that's mostly inflated as opposed to their actual killing potential. On the other side, the Sisters did okay, the Executioners did okay, nobody else really did much damage. Hellebron getting too isolated too early. But that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this exhibition match. As always, a huge thank you all for watching, and I hope to catch you all on the next one. There'll be a lot more content upcoming later this week.